Andy Frost. I'm the director of a charity called Share Jesus International. I think growing up I was passionate about doing everything right away, straight away. And I think I've learned over time that not everything can be achieved straight away, but actually play the long game. And I think I've seen many younger guys who are really passionate for God have actually burnt out and failed to achieve what they could have achieved because they've gone too fast, too quick. And there's a real sense in there in seeing the long game and seeing actually how you can make a difference with your entire life rather than just in your 20s. I think as leaders it's really important that we are continual learners. We're always learning new things. So there's a personal discipline to that. How do we personally keep learning? What are we reading? What are we thinking about? Who are we talking to? Who are we listening to? It's really important stuff. And also corporately, who are we accountable to? What are the kind of groups we're networking with? And there's real importance about staying open to new opportunities, new experiences, and seeing what you can learn about what is happening right across the globe in different contexts. If I could have a superpower, I would definitely want to be able to fly. I think flying would be pretty handy. I do quite like driving and commuting, so being able to kind of get off the train or get out of my car and just take off and fly would be quite a simple way to get around and a great way to see the world perhaps as well. My biggest passion and hobbies are being in the outdoors. I love my surfing, so I often get away down to Cornwall surfing or over into France surfing. But anything outdoors I love to do just to escape London really, and just to kind of get some fresh air in the lungs. I'm presently doing an Ironman in June, so looking forward to some long runs in the coming weeks and some long cycles as I get ready for that. I think the key thing I've learned from my mistakes is that sometimes you go into situations and you don't fully understand the context you're working in, and how important it is when you go into a new context to understand people's opinions, people's understanding of things, and the kind of culture and values of a place, so that when you're speaking into that place, when you're guiding, when you're encouraging that place, you know exactly what you're speaking into. So for me, I think it's really real wisdom in knowing the context, and I think previously I've done things without thinking through the implications of what I've been trying to do as well. For me, I love the idea that in Genesis that we are made in the image of God, and how beautiful that is, that each and every person has real worth because they represent something of who God is. And for me, it's anything that stops people from becoming who they really can become. So passionate about human trafficking and the issues there and how we really tackle that. But it's not only about the kind of big things like human trafficking, it's also about how things like pornography and things like debt actually restrain people from being who they really can become. An idea of captivity, whether it be being trafficked or actually being captive because of circumstances, things that we believe we should tackle and fight against. I think when we talk about leadership, you often think about vision, you often think about strategy, you often think about communication. But I think again, all of these things without a real love are dangerous. That unless we really love people and see people from God's perspective, we can actually fail to really be good leaders. We can be very brash in the way we do things. We can be very focused on goals, but not actually seeing what God is doing and seeing how people should be treated. So for me, I think love is the most important thing for leadership, and it actually trumps everything else.